why we tell the story. Because there is a time to be born and a time to die, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to cast stones away and a time to gather stones together, a time for every matter under the heavens. We gather today to recognize the significant sacramental milestones in the lives that we have shared together. The stories of these sacramental moments call us to share our laughter and our tears with one another. So we tell of families welcoming new children, of youth who have bridged into adulthood, those who have chosen All Souls as their spiritual family, and those who have chosen to depart seeking new communities and purpose, and to feel again the grief of one of our members dies. We tell the stories of our lives to hold up the mystery and the miracle of those moments. Together, we live this story. Welcome to this sacred space.
Greetings. Do I have a microphone? Yes. Greetings. Welcome to All Souls Church on a day when the temperature is actually above freezing and will be tomorrow. Who out here is happy that snow is melting? Yes. If you're observant on the order of service, for those who have one and have looked at it, and you really read, it says that somebody named Ed Novak is supposed to be talking right now. Well, if you don't know either of us, I'm not Ed. My name is Jana Owens. Ed slipped on some ice yesterday, and he's at home recovering. Nothing's broken. He's just resting his backside quite a bit. My name is Jana Owens. My pronouns are she and her, and I am your worship associate today. Now, if this is your first time at All Souls, you haven't been here for a while, even if you're a regular, today's a really good day to be at the service because of all of the celebrations and remembrances that we have going on. I am so proud to be a member of a congregation where we support one another in our unique spiritual journeys. I've attended All Souls for over 24 years. We are a very diverse congregation. We arrive here from many spiritual backgrounds, including those who don't have a spiritual background, who are non-believers. It's okay to question things. It's okay to have doubts. You can search for meanings with each other here. We really are a big tent. Just as some of you are here today and engage with people who understand that diversity is strength, just come as you are. People of all races, creeds, gender identities, gender expressions, sexual orientations, ages, abilities. There's a reason the name of this church is All Souls. All are welcome. Today we gather on Zoom for those who are from at home or from afar and here in person. If you're visiting for the first time or you're kind of new, or even if you haven't been here for a while, I invite you to raise your hand or on Zoom, let everybody know so we can give you a warm welcome. Do we have visitors? I see visitors. Welcome. Please hang around after services for coffee, tea, and pastries, which should be out that door to your right and across the hallway. Now I want to turn your attention to what we call a connection card. If you're newish here, it's like, what is this? If you have an order of service, it should have been in there. Or you can look on the back of the pew in front of you. If you're on Zoom, there's a link in the chat to it. The connection card is how we stay connected with you. We stay connected with each other. Each week, we offer new opportunities. We want to know how you're doing. We want to support your engagement with our community. And we want to make communications easier. So if you're new or newish, I invite you to put your contact information and tell us about your interest. And you'll have time to fill this out during the service. They'll be taken up during the offering. And if you are newish and you come to Pierce Hall for coffee and tea, we have a visitors table where you can get more information about our church. And also we have a book that we offer to anyone who wants it that's about Unitarian Universalism. Today, let's pause and honor and recognize the legacies of both indigenous and enslaved peoples at our international crossroads that we now call Washington, D.C. For generations, the Piscataway tribes have been the traditional caretakers of our bioregion. These peoples of the water lived along the Anacostia and the Potomac rivers. Our commitments to the beloved community and our eighth principle set an intent to educate ourselves and to take action to repair harm. Though the form of this repair may change our commitment, it remains true. Now, in our world, sometimes we seem to be more divided than united, as many of us are aware. Let's take this time to intentionally covenant with one another. Let's give voice to what draws us together, and let's renew the values to which we pledge ourselves. I invite you to rise, or in spirit as you are able, and let's speak together our Sunday covenant. Love is the spirit of our people, and service is our call, to build the beloved community, to seek fuller truths in love, to dwell together in peace, to offer aid and affirmation, and to tend to our mutual well-being. This is our covenant. I invite you to remain standing because now is the time that we greet each other. If you're here in the sanctuary, please move around as you are comfortable. If you're on Zoom, greet each other. When you hear the bell toll, you won't hear the bell toll. So glad that you're here today. Everyone is having too much fun. We're so glad that you're here today, online and in person. Now, after service, please join us into Pierce Hall for refreshments if you're in the sanctuary. And if you're on Zoom, stay on Zoom because we have a virtual coffee time there. Again, thank you to All Souls.
We at All Souls have welcomed 11 babies into our All Souls family this year. Either through birth or adoption. Their names are Nor Inger Barden Jesperson, Pima Noel Bateman, Ophelia Hernandez Heyman, Madeline New Swift, Ani Ordonez, Jonah Nash Potter, Josie Schwaber, Jacinia Shadrina, Shyler Phillip Smith, Nalo Trumbull Bull Kincaid, Mae Wilson. Welcome home, little ones. We offer today this reading in your honor. On the Day You Were Born by Deborah Fraser. Before you joined us, word of your coming passed from animal to animal. The reindeer told the Arctic terns, who told the humpback whales, who told the Pacific salmon, who told the monarch butterflies, who told the green turtles, who told the European eel, who told the busy garden warblers, and the marvelous news migrated worldwide. On the day you arrived, gravity's strong pull held you to the earth with a promise that you would never float away. While deep in space, a burning sun sent up towering flames, lighting your sky from dawn to dusk. On the day you claimed us, the moon pulled on the ocean below, and wave by wave, a rising tide washed the beaches clean for your footprints. On the day you arrived, a forest of tall trees collected the sun's light in their leaves, where in silent mystery, they made oxygen for you to breathe. While close to your skin and as high as the sky, air rushed in and blew about, invisibly protecting you and all living things on earth. On the day you became family, the earth turned, the moon pulled, the sun flared, and suddenly you could hear a circle of people singing with voices familiar and clear. Welcome, the people sang as they washed your hands. Welcome, the people sang as they wrapped your body. And as they held you close, they whispered into your open, curving ear, "We're so glad you've come."
are honored to recognize 6 members of our community who are making the important transition from youth to adulthood. Moxie Coleman Miller, Luther Hoy, Wesley Hoy, Calder Metzler, Charlotte Milner, and Leo Watson. In honor of your transition into awesomeness, and also your claiming of Unitarian Universalism, I offer you this reading. This is First Lesson from Philip Booth. Lie back, daughter. Let your head be tipped back in the cup of my hand gently, and I will hold you. Spread your arms wide, lie out on the stream, and look high at the gulls. A dead man's float is face down. You will dive and swim soon enough where this tidewater ebbs to the sea. Daughter, believe me, when you tire on the long thrash to your island, lie up and survive. As you float now, where I held you and let go, remember when fear cramps your heart what I told you. Lie gently and wide to the light year stars. Lie back and the sea will hold you.
this time, I want to invite our children and youth to either stay here in the service as we continue to recognize different sacramental milestones, or to join their RE communities in their classrooms. As they perhaps make a transition, I invite the congregation to sing Sia Hamba.
Good morning, All Souls. My name is Tracy Hughes Trotter. I'm the Executive Director here at All Souls, and this morning I have the pleasure of serving as your liturgist. You may want to take this opportunity now during the announcements portion of our worship service today to take a look at your connection card. As you hear of an upcoming opportunity, you can express your interest with just a check mark on that card. You can also share how you are doing and ask for congregational or pastoral support. First, I understand that there's birthday cake in Pierce Hall. We're celebrating the lovely life of Meredith Higgins Hargrave, so please join us in Pierce Hall afterwards. The comment period is still open to affirm the courtyard design. You may do so old school style by taking a look right at the Harvard Street side door. There's a green box. You can drop in a note and your comments, or you can go to the All Souls website and submit your affirmation and your comments there. Join us on January 25th for the Rise for Democracy Teach-In and Solidarity Sing. You can learn more and register on the church website. There are also flyers at the front desk and in Pierce Hall so that you can read more about that event. On this day, when we are holding and honoring the way that we navigate large and sacred milestones in our lives, we also want to lift the following people up with our prayers and our thoughts this morning. We add our delight and joy to John Bateman and Julie Chamberlain on the birth of their daughter, Pema Noel Bateman, on December 17th. Yes, mother and babe are doing well, and the family is appreciating this time together. We are holding Sophia Fisher this morning. Both her father and uncle were hospitalized this week, and her father needs ongoing care. May we send strength for recovery. We offer comfort to the family of Irene Pett, who was interred on Friday at Arlington National Cemetery. And we are holding Freddie Falk this morning. His mother, Carol, passed away on January 2nd. Finally, we extend our love, light, and prayers to those among us whose families are impacted by the wildfires in California. May every family who has been displaced find kind hearts to offer help, generous spirits to hold them in prayer, and community to remind them of hope. I now invite you to lift up the names of those you are carrying on your hearts today. You may speak them aloud or place them in the chat if you're on Zoom. Will you pray with me? God, Spirit of life, the one with many names or no name at all. Our hearts know you as the love that surrounds us and keeps us as we experience the many thresholds of life. We carry with us today the many complexities of simply being alive. We grieve those we've lost as we celebrate new life and transitions from youth to adulthood. Throughout it all, we are a community that gathers, pushed forward by love to extend a hand to one another as we find ourselves in one way or another stepping into newness, stepping into the unknown, saying goodbye to what was, forever hopeful for what shall be. May love surround us always. Amen.
Good morning.
My name is Lori Stone. I serve the All Souls Church Unitarian community as your manager of member engagement and communications. I use she and they pronouns interchangeably. I'm here today so that we can recognize that in the past year, we have invited 46 people into membership. You'll see their names on the screens, and those with asterisks are those who are the newest members who've signed since the last time we've done a welcoming ceremony here in the sanctuary. Let us enthusiastically welcome them. Thank you all so much.
I welcome you with these words, "We meet on holy ground," by Richard S. Gilbert. We meet on holy ground, brought into being as life encounters life, as personal histories merge into the communal story, as we take on the pride and pain of our companions, as separate selves become community. How desperate is our need for one another, our silent beckoning to our neighbors, our invitations to share life and death together, our welcome into the lives of those we meet and their welcome into our own. May our souls capture this treasured time. May our spirit celebrate our meeting. In this time and in this space, we meet on holy ground.
At this time, we'd like to invite up all of those newest members to come across the front of the chancel here. And we have a welcoming covenanting process we'll go through, and we have a gift for you. Thank you all for coming up.
You guys can stretch this way. Not that scary. And let's pass the microphone so you can introduce yourself by name.
Stephen.
Barbara?
Andrew.
Joe.
Laura?
Eric.
Laurel? Carlos?
Eric.
Megan. Anjali.
Welcome.
To join a Unitarian Universalist church is to enter into a covenantal relationship with the congregation and a liberal religious tradition, its members, and your own spiritual journey. One of the tasks of our religious community is to name the bonds that bind us together. Today, we formally welcome you, new members, into the covenant of love and service that binds us together. Let us take part in this litany of welcome.
Congregation, you have the first line, which is on the slide.
Will
Or your
you
order of
share us in our covenant?
I will.
Congregation of All Souls, as we welcome these new members, do you reaffirm your commitment to the covenant of love and service that binds us together?
Will you strive with these new members to dwell in peace, to support their search for truth and love, and to help them?
And when we falter or fail? Your presence adds significantly to our covenant. Welcome. I invite you to take your seat and enjoy this piece of music we offer in your honor. Today, we congratulate 4 couples on getting married this year. John Bateman and Julie Chamberlain, Chuck and Susan Blazer, Tom Gallagher and Barbara Myers, Claire Hatton and John Hathaway. I wish you all the happiness, and not just on this first year of marriage, but hopefully on the perhaps 50 or more to follow. And in that spirit, I share Leah Furness's poem, The Longlyweds Know. The Longlyweds know that it isn't about the golden anniversary at all, but about all the unremarkable years that Hallmark doesn't even make a card for. It's about the second anniversary when they were surprised to find that they cared more for each other than last year. And the fourth, when both kids had chickenpox, and she threw her shoe at him for no real reason. And the sixth, when he accidentally got drunk on the way home from work because being a husband and a father was so damn hard. It's about the 11th and 12th and 13th years when they discovered that they could survive crises. And the 22nd anniversary when they looked at each other across the empty nest and found it good. It's about the 37th year when she finally decided that she could never change him. Yep. And the 38th when he decided a little change wasn't that bad. It's about the 46th anniversary when they both bought cards and forgot to give them to each other. But most of all, it's about the end of the 49th year when they discovered you don't have to be old to have your 50th anniversary. We recognize that 67 people have decided to leave membership as life has called them in a different direction. Some have packed up their lives and moved to other states. Others have discovered a new purpose or spiritual call. While these shifts hold discovery and joy, they also require courage. I offer this reading in their honor to remind them and us that we are always saying goodbye, and that even when we are far from home, we are still held by love. Go forth, because we are always going forth from somewhere, going from our homes, our childhoods, going from our cities and countries, going from innocence to experience to enlightenment, going into mystery and questions, going into the desert, getting to the other side. Go forth, leave behind comfort and a community of one place, head into the anxiety and loneliness of another. Carry with you the love and laughter of this place and let it light your way. Carry with you the wisdom you learned and the good memories. May they give you strength for the journey. And when you have been away long enough, far enough, done what you set off to do, been there so long, that place starts to feel like home. Come back. Come back to the one universal, everywhere and everywhen, and everyone inclusive home, this beloved community of all creation that you can never really leave.
Friends, we have lost many, too many, this past year. Kathy Baker, Judith Clark, Greg Edwards, James Findlay, Tom Fox, Molly Freeman, Mary Cagle, Walter LaFleur, and Aaron Warren. I share these words, When Death Comes, by Mary Oliver. When death comes like the hungry bear in autumn, when death comes and takes all the bright coins from his purse to buy me and snaps the purse shut, when death comes like the measles pox, when death comes like an iceberg between the shoulder blades, I want to step through the door full of curiosity, wondering, what is it going to be like, that cottage of darkness? And therefore, I look upon everything as a brotherhood and a sisterhood. And I look upon time as no more than an idea. And I consider eternity as another possibility. I think of each life as a flower, as common as a field daisy and as singular. In each name, a comfortable music in the mouth, tending as all music does towards silence. In each body, a lion of courage and something precious to the earth. When it's over, I want to say, all my life I was married to amazement. I was the bridegroom taking the world into my arms. When it's over, I don't want to wonder if I have made of my life something particular and real. I don't want to find myself sighing and frightened or full of argument. I don't want to end up simply having visited this world. In this time of silence, may we bring those we have lost into our minds and hearts. I invite you to speak out loud or type into the chat in this sacred time of silence the names of the beloveds you have lost that you carry with you this day.
beautiful. Thank you. I would like to draw your attention back to our connection card. Our ushers are going to collect it during the offering. And turn your attention, please, to the reflection question on the card. This week, we're asking you, what milestones have you or your family experienced this past year? You're invited to contemplate on that as music plays and fill out, please, both sides of the card. I've been a Unitarian for over 40 years. Strangely, someone from Alabama convinced me to go to a Unitarian church when I thought I was immune. And when I first moved up here, this was the first church I came to because I'd heard so much about it. I'd heard about some of the others in the area. And I'm so glad I did. The church was kind of going through a tough time then, but I saw the spark. I saw the intangible spirit of the congregation, and I loved its history of social justice. We are a big family. This is my tribe. These are my people. I've been supported at the most difficult times in my life, like the death of a parent, like the very sad ending of a long marriage. And next week, open heart surgery for my brother. This is what families do to support each other. I invite you to reflect on the values of All Souls for you and to give as generously as you can. Now this month, we're sharing 50% of our non-pledge plate offerings to the Latin American Youth Center. The center supports a diverse population of youth through multicultural, comprehensive, and innovative programs that address the social, academic, and career needs. All Souls has a long tradition of supporting their good work, and we're excited to do so again. Now, if you are on Zoom, you can contribute clicking on a link in the chat, and you can, as we always say, you can text ASCU to 73256, and we have our offering plate. This morning's offering will now be taken and gratefully received, and the ushers will also collect your collection card.
Beloveds, there is a promise of belonging offered to you that you may claim. It is a promise that we will carry you in our hearts, and you will carry us. We will share the joys and the sorrows, the celebration and laments, and we will be able to hold that and be stretched in our humanity like that because we do it together. This is why we tell the stories of our lives. Welcome to knowing beloved community in this way. May it be so, and amen.